Assalamu alaikum. I'll be talking about the functional areas of the cerebrum. We have already discussed the motor areas of the cerebrum in the last class. I will be briefly summarizing those. So what you can see in this picture, this is the superolateral surface of the cerebrum. This is your central sulcus. This is your central sulcus. The area in front of your central sulcus, I will be demarcating the area, this area. It is your primary motor area. This is your primary motor area or Brodmann's area 4. This is your primary motor area or Brodmann's area 4, this area. It is present between the central sulcus and precentral sulcus. Central sulcus and the precentral sulcus. This is the precentral gyrus. It is your primary motor area or Brodmann's area 4. This area is concerned with the movements of the various body parts. If this area is stimulated electrically, it will lead to the movements of the various body parts. Various fibers like corticospinal and corticonuclear move out from this area as efferents. And this motor area has an extension on the medial surface also. Here you can see this is the paracentral lobule. This is the anterior half of the paracentral lobule. It is also your primary motor area, that is the Brodmann's area 4. This Brodmann's area 4 helps in the various movements of the body parts. Then in front of your primary motor area you have premotor area, that is the Brodmann's area 6 and 8. Brodmann's area 6 and 8, as you can see in the picture. This is Brodmann area 6 and this is Brodmann area 8. You have Brodmann area 6 and 8. This is called as the premotor area. This premotor area is concerned with the intricacy of the movements. It is concerned with the intricacy of the movements. This premotor area, it is present, as you can see, in the posterior part of the superior frontal gyrus and middle frontal gyrus and the inferior frontal gyrus. It occupies the posterior part of the 3 frontal gyri. This area aids the intricacy of the movements, and this area plans the various movements, programs the various movements, and sees the actions of the movements in progress. Then you have this we discussed the primary motor area and premotor area. Then you have the third motor area, that is your supplementary motor area. This red colored is your supplementary motor area. This is the supplementary motor area. See, this red colored is your supplementary motor area. This is the medial surface of the cerebrum, and this red colored area is your supplementary motor area. This supplementary motor area, it also aids the motor area. Your motor area has connections with the sensory area even via the thalamus and the cerebellum. The thalamus, the ventral lateral nucleus of the thalamus sends the fibers to the motor area, and that thalamus is gets the fibers from the cerebellum, so the two are connected. After that comes your prefrontal area. Your prefrontal area, can you see this blue colored? This is your prefrontal area. Your prefrontal area includes your anterior end of your medial frontal gyrus and orbital gyri. Your orbital gyri are present on the inferior surface of the cerebrum. These gyri are formed by the H-shaped sulci. Your prefrontal area is formed by the medial frontal gyrus anteriorly and the orbital gyri, and the frontal gyri anteriorly and the frontal gyri anteriorly. So your prefrontal area or prefrontal cortex is formed by 3 things. You have the medial frontal gyrus, the anterior part, which is present on the medial surface. Then you have the orbital gyri and the frontal, all the 3 frontal gyri. This prefrontal area is concerned with the emotions, expression of emotions. It is concerned with the expression of emotions and the actions which the person performs. He shows the responsibility of the person towards his actions. If there is the damage of the prefrontal area, the person will be like emotionless, he will be negligent, which we will be discussing in the coming slides. Since we talked about the motor area, if there will be this is your motor area, this is your motor area. If there will be any damage to this area, what will happen? If it will be the localized damage, then there will be monoplegia. That means one limb will get paralyzed. If there will be if there will be good injury, that will be area of injury will be large, then there will be hemiplegia, that is half of the body will get involved. Similarly, your premotor area, that is your motor area 6 and 8. Premotor area is your area 6 and your area 8. If they get damaged, the intricacy of the movements is lost. Abhi intricacy kya hota hai? I'll give it a closer view. The intricacy of the movements will go. What do you mean by the intricacy of the movements? The intricacy of the movements will go. That means the movements will be there because the area 4 will be functioning, but the skillful movements will go. That means the 6 and 8 Brodmann area or the premotor area, they aid the skillful, they aid the intricacy of the movements. So if they get damaged, the skillful movements will go. Then comes your supplementary motor area. If its functioning will get stopped or impaired, the motor areas will have an impact. The primary motor area will definitely have an impact. After this comes your prefrontal area. In prefrontal area, as I have told you, prefrontal area comprises the medial frontal gyrus and the orbital gyri, and it comprises this pink colored, this is the anterior part of all the 3 frontal gyri. This prefrontal area, it is concerned with the